Hi, I'm Luke Mangan, Glass Brasserie in the Sydney Hilton. Some of you might know me as a chef, or some of you might know me as a restaurateur. But either way, we serve great food here. We've got a wine bar attached. I'm also have a gastro pub in Melbourne called the Palace Hotel, and we would love to see you here. We opened Glass in 2005, and it was inspired by the beautiful high ceilings. We wanted to have a huge wine focus, as you can tell from the wines behind me. The menu is inspired from my travels and journeys of around the world. So we have influences of French food, Italian food, Japanese style, and it's simple, affordable. We have great steaks off the grill, and it's all good fun. It's not formal, it's not pretentious, it's supposed to be relaxed with great food, great wine, all about having fun. Clearly, Glass is located in the Sydney Hilton, and we have 600 rooms attached to us, so you know, if you've got a room, you want to come down for a great meal, Glass would be the spot for it. The hotel's fantastic, it's still very modern, and they've got a few bars in the hotel. The Marble Bar, which is an old favourite, Zeta Bar above us, which is sort of a clubby sort of bar, and obviously our wine bar next to Glass is my favourite. I'm a Sydney local, but there's so many little tips and things that you need to know about Sydney. You've got to go down to Bondi Beach and have an early morning walk at about 7 AM and a quick swim. Everyone else does it, the locals do it, and then there's also the walk from Bondi to Bronte, which is a beautiful walk, morning or afternoon, and you'll see all the locals, and there's lots of cafes and good restaurants down in Bondi as well. Being a Sydney local, there's so many great hidden gems around the town. One of my favourite places for lunch is a restaurant called China Doll down on the Woolloomooloo Wharf. And when it's a beautiful day, the sun's shining, as it always is here in Sydney, it is absolutely perfect. There's lots of little wine bars around town as well. One's called Divine, which is just around the corner from here at Glass. And there's another great one called Bambini, which is on Elizabeth Street in Sydney, near the Sheraton Hotel. For cafes, there's a really good one in Potts Point called Zinc, and they do a great porridge. And there's also a lovely little Italian restaurant in Potts Point. Potts Point's got lots of small restaurants and cafes. A lovely Thai restaurant is called Aran Thai, and ask for Cam. He's a very good friend of mine, and tell him I sent you. The other Italian restaurant in Potts Point is called Fratelli, and there's a fantastic little Italian restaurant in Paddington called Boozer. So check them out, you will love them. There's so many good eating areas in Sydney. Obviously Chinatown is packed with some great seafood, Chinese style restaurants, lots of little Italian restaurants. The Rocks has a lot of hidden Italian style restaurants. There's a great sushi bar down there called Saki, you can try that. Also Sushi E at the establishment hotel is great. Also in Darling Harbour there's many places, many bars and nightclubs, but there's a great restaurant called Hurricanes, and all they do is serve these great ribs, and they're fantastic and good value for money. Get there early because you have to queue up to get in. One of the things I like to do on a Sunday, although not that often, but if you can get a seaplane from Rose Bay, you go to Barara Waters Inn. It's a great restaurant by Dietmar Sawyer. The food there is amazing, and it's a perfect outing for Sydney, and you get to fly over the whole of Sydney, well, almost the whole of Sydney, but you'll love it. And that is my locals tip, apart from coming to Glass. I'm a Melbourne boy originally, and we've got the Palace Hotel in South Melbourne, which is a little gastro pub that I opened about 6 months ago. But in Melbourne there's so many great restaurants as well, a fantastic Chinatown as well as Sydney's, great Italian restaurants. Grossi Florentino in Burke Street is really good. I love going to a little wine bar in Flinders Lane called Bar Larinia, and also a great restaurant called Cutler & Co. But the Palace, without a doubt, is my locals tip for Melbourne. When it comes to food, I'm pretty easily entertained. I like simple food. A good steak, chips, béarnaise sauce, or some great sushi. But often I do like to cook at home, and that would be simple stuff, and that would all be out of my book, Luke Mangan, In the Mood. We're very wine focused here at Glass, and in our wine bar we serve about 30 different wines by the glass, so you can come in and have anything you like. We've got a big range of grain, French wines, Italian wines and American wines. Great American Pinots, and we've got a nice list of them. I also like drinking lots of rosé wine, and that's from my past trips to the south of France. So you can come in, have some rosé, half a dozen oysters in our wine bar. And if you need to know where to go, just ask a local like me.